Warm welcome to each and every one of you. So I'm Christina. So I hold this program directing punya work lah. So meaning I will be looking at the program structure, just overlook at everything needs to be running better. Okay, so instead of me yapping, we will get to know each other more and more when we meet each other in classes lah. So don't worry about that. And then, so as I mentioned, so introduction very sweet, short only lah. Nanti kita lepak-lepak session, we will talk more. So now I'm moving to program structure. What is BCOM all about? What you going to go about? So why I have to talk about this? Kenapa? Because sometime because most of the subjects that I teach in OUM are senior subjects. Okay, so when you see the program structure, you get to see few schools, and these schools semua bawa bumbung communication. So apa schools ni? So we have the broadcasting, we have the journalism, we have the corporate com, we have PR, we have advertising. Mainly these five schools macam tu, and then you have the sub. So we are everywhere. Whichever job that you have also, it's not just communicating bercakap sahaja, but from understanding the person's behavior, and then only you know how to talk to them, right? Then only you can sell the product, then only you can deliver the message appropriately. So all this you have to try to masuk sini lah. So therefore, the program structures that you see from year 1 until year 5, that dibahagi to that kind of schools. Okay, so we will touch on the basic one. Sorry, not base. Yeah, kind of like basics of the school studies I mentioned. Yeah, and then slowly, gradually, you see the the code. Dia akan start dari satu, and then dia akan pergi ke dua. If you see OUMH tu OUM punya subject, but the ones that start with A, it belongs to communication lah. Macam ABCT 22, so ABPG 11, so that is introduction to psychology, sorry. So ABCM 2, so you see gradually the numbers are growing, 3 and then going to 4. So 4 is like the final year lah. So let's just roughly see. So online distance, part-time degrees, according to MQA, it has to be stretched up lah. Yeah, and then dealing with most of you and even I, working adults, and then we are learning and also uh, working, and then balancing our family and then life, everything have to be juggled. So allocation is 3 per semester. So there are cases like I come across saying, "Oh, madam, I want to add on. Can I, so I'll talk about it later. How to kind of like skip the line sikit. Yang tu nanti I explain. But the part that like, can I add another subject? 4, 5 to too much lah. 4, there is possibility, but it is like from year 2 onwards, and prior to your CGPA, it has to be good. Yeah, it has to be. I forgot the exact number, but I don't want to mention nanti salah quote to me. But I will rephrase back, because you have to check back the student guideline and stuff like that. So if you can prove your CGPA is good, you're maintaining well, and then yeah, you can apply for the extra cost to that semester, and then um, move forward lah through with this admission process dan sebagainya. Bukan year one lah kemudian. Alright, so all this whole program structure you can of course see in the on the website. Cumanya there are certain things that I've already highlighted to the webmaster to tukar but belum tukar lagi, like words like this introduction to psychology. So what is on the website, it's still introduction to social sciences. Yang tu dah tak ada dah. So this is the new um, subject lah, right? So you can access this, I think, yeah, on in your Mindspire. So I'll just bring you to Mindspire nanti. Kita godek-godek how things will be look like. But for now, is it okay? Your year one, you're going to be going through. First year definitely you have to deal with a lot of university subjects, yeah, and very general, and then also MQAs, MPU, sorry, MPU subjects. It is a must lah. Tak boleh lari daripada the University and MPU courses. It is program everywhere in Malaysia. Mesti first year tu macam tu. So you, if possible, jangan ambil rendah lah. That maybe senang ko, maybe susah. It's what will be projected. Ini memang saya share lah dengan most students actually explain the assignments. Okay, you can ask the tutor, they will explain, nanti we will talk more on the assessment as well. Cumanya the time management, so like I mentioned, you're working, you're studying, you have family. I know you want to have your own me time as well, so there's so much of allocation that you need to do. So satu semester tu you may feel berat, but it is your time management. That is something you need to discipline yourself lah. Even I am struggling on that. I want to do my writing, then I see the laptop, I feel like sleeping already. So yeah, it's a struggle. So I understand your struggle. Okay, so try to manage that. Yeah. Okay, so year one, the only one, two, three subjects from BCOM will be introduction to communication. This is huge. So you'll be sharing these courses, this course with other programs also. Macam liberal studies, political science, and then even management, Bachelor of Management, dan other bachelors as well. So beribu lah, 1,000 is like a minimum students. So that's why you will have um, many tutors. You might be in the same group, but maybe you won't meet up as well. So it is huge, that like I mentioned lah. So if you are assigned to tutor A, katakan, you follow the tutor, what the tutor say, what the tutor explain, you follow. There are cases like they see like, hey, but my friend, I met during orientation, he's in tutor B, can I join? Tak boleh, because it's already programmed, you're in that system macam tu. But don't worry, this is still introduction. Nanti kemudian you will be meeting your gang kemudian, if everyone is on par lah. So the next one you will see is public speaking, also a big crowd. Yeah, you have similar situation like introduction to communication, and then basic journalism. Yeah, it's coming narrow to only communication students. Sometimes you will share with not basic journalism, but maybe other courses like principle of corporate com, um, advertising, maybe with other bachelors as well lah. Okay, so I think this part I don't have to like really explain what are the courses, or if I need to, let me know. Okay, you can message, you can type there, I can explain further, because this is what you're going to meet your tutors, and then you get to know a lot more deeper lah. So like I said, as gradually the number dua ke tiga things will be harder, but there are some uh, khusus-khusus ni yang perlu coursework sahaja. Ada yang half-half, half final, half exam. Sorry, half assignment, half final exam. So I'll talk about that shortly. Yeah. So as you see, year three more and more narrow to communication itself. So it will be broken into the schools I mentioned. So generally, will you will get the grasp of each. And then year four, yeah, a bit of writing, a senior, more of application and stuff. And then you see this on the generally year four, the 12th semester, you see industrial training and atau project paper. So I'll talk about that also after this. Yeah, so you just take notes lah. And then year five, roughly this will be the heavier ones. But nothing like very that you are required to do a campaign and stuff like that. No. So I'll talk about the assessment kemudian lah. Okay, so about in your fourth semester, yeah, towards the end only, usually this final year project atau industrial training will come. So there are certain requirements regarding it. So this requirement, well, what is it and all that? It is, it can be, uh, I mean, you can read it through, right? If you go into your Mindspire and then under announcement. So katakan saya sudah klik, ya, and then this thing will pop up. So this is for industrial training dulu Nanti kita talk about the project paper. So industrial training, so like I said, dear learners, sees all the programs that will come about. So it's a long list covering a lot of other programs. So they will already mention this few program, your deadline is begitu sekian sekian sekian. So let's say this semester 31st May is your submission for your information that needs to be filled up and all. So if you can find Bachelor of Communication, it's slightly somewhere down there. So you have to click lah. So important notes, all these things I need to highlight because the team that handles industrial training and also project paper, RPMU, are two wonderful ladies. I will explain to you who they are nanti. They I mean they love to assist the students. Cumanya what they feel a bit berat is when student like to read through, tag check the guidelines. Semua mereka dah letak terang-terang. Itu saja they ask me, boleh tak you bagi tahu student-student baru supaya just go through the guideline, baca sikit sini sana, just do je. So that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. So read everything. Yeah, so if you really cannot, yeah, give them a call. They will assist you perfectly lah. Most of the time it's no issue. So I have clicked here, just bayangkan I have clicked here, and then it will pop out this industrial training punya read ups, forms, and the guidelines, right? So this will be like the form. There will be notes what can be done, what cannot be done, including this guideline how to do. So normally there will be like three forms that you need to submit, something like that. But again, it might change. Ya, ikut timeline, ikut maybe there's kemudahan, newer application, who knows, things might happen. But basically, from the guidelines, from the forms, yeah, from instructions, any updated perkeliling atau policy changes will be uploaded, everything in the system. So, biasakan diri, ya, click on the announcement, ya, click here, click that. That is what needs to be really, really done. Um, so that is industrial training. So the person in charge is Puan Aslin. Oh, I did not put it. Nantilah I'll explain to you. Okay. So Puan Aslin, she handles industrial training. So RPMU is Learner Management Division. So they have the team to do industrial training, team that handles project paper, and few of them. Only one Aslin handles BCOM and then certain other courses, and then other person in charge will handle other courses. Sekian, you get the idea lah. So sekarang project paper pula is for BCom. For now is Puan Bismil as well. Sorry, Puan Bismil. Just now Puan Aslin. Ini Puan Bismil. So hers as well, okay, project paper can be found, same thing, in announcement. Click on the announcement, click on the registration, then you see the third line that says May 2024 semester undergraduate final year project registration. So you click on it, then you will come to this pop out. Yeah, so again, similar instructions to be read, and then you see become first one, link here, click, right? So actually dia panjang, scroll, but everything I put in this slide lah. Again, so things might be changing time to time. So as for now, as for May semester 2024, for BCom only, don't compare to other friends from other batches, because every faculty, every program have their own standards, board of studies. They have their own rules. Macam um, let's say medical, of course they have medicine board, isn't it? They will say yes and no to certain things, and you cannot samakan dengan communication. Similar to communication, cannot samakan dengan psikologi dan sebagainya. Okay, become saja. So what is written from registrar, yeah, the office itself. So for industrial training, yeah, this, as I have to read out lah, baru kita faham sama-sama. So saying that industrial training is compulsory from the registrar office as for now. This circular still apply to all students, yeah, that those who are compulsory for industrial training, if they are not able to prove the relevant working experience documents as stated in the following MQA provision over here. So this is from MQA khas untuk become, they see, yes, most of the students are from bachelor, from communication field, but some are not. You'll be surprised. Some of the students are police lah, police background. They're from military background. We have quite a lot of areas covered, and some are very young, some are very old. The oldest that I've taught last semester, they're 1940. 47 I think. So you minus 2024 and 47. So very nice student who still calls me madam. I feel very weird about it, but it's just ango. But so like I said, the range is wide. Yeah. So since some, let's say, senior students that ada yang bersara, ya, but the previous student belum bersara lagi, masih buat kerja. Ada yang what you say, do their own business, right? So some things can be provided. So meaning like this document. So what MQA is saying, that since your range is so big, small, there's so many kinds. So let's standardize and say, okay, pelajar, part-time students who works at least 5 years, yeah, in the field, communication field. So what are the fields? So you have to go back to the schools that I mentioned today. A bit of journalism, ka, PR, ka, um, advertising. Corporate com and PR almost alike, but there are some differences. And then one more. What did I mention? Journalism, PR, broadcasting, advertising. So this kind of field, you know even dia masuk sedikit with business, a bit of marketing, customer service, you're still practicing this area. But you have to prove this. Yeah, you have to prove at least 5 years and above dalam bidang, and you can prove, that you have gained that much of experience in this area. Then you can choose to work in the same place that you're working now, but it has to be like someone needs to supervise you lah, meaning someone to evaluate you nanti. Itu satu pilihan. Okay, pilihan kedua pula, um, let's say you like, no, I don't want to do this internship because saya dah ada more than 5 years, but I want to do kertas project. Maybe I want to menulis and all. Why sometimes this will be a good thing as well. So if you're venturing into, like wanting to teach nanti academic, or towards that kind of field and all, yeah, kertas project, which is research paper, would be good for you also. Yeah, so you want to handle some management, real kind of posts and all. So you're taking one step as well. So this could be also good, but also sometimes, um, up to the PD. So I have several cases that, like they are retired, yeah, and then this and that, yeah. So can diganti dengan kertas project. So there are cases like the students, they don't want to tell their employer they actually working and studying dalam diam lah. So cannot judge, don't know what is their situation, and also they rayu, can they do kertas project instead of internship. So all that, I'm quite lenient. Which not good to say, but I will say lah, that there are some things I will consider. But so that's the thing, the but that comes. But you have to bukti, you have to give the documents lah. So you have to find, your employers, what do you say, the letters that you're still working there, or someone give you the permission, atau really really you cannot commit to um, industrial training. I have to bring up to a higher uh, authority in OUM for their kind consideration as well. So there were cases that, mother have to jaga autistic kid at home, really cannot leave the child, many things lah, yeah. But it's just, I have to bring it up. So if you gotta prove the working experience. Recently ada juga yang, same thing, you have to jaga autistic kid as well, doing freelance uh, from home. um, Although freelance, but macam, like started then stopped for a while, then starting again, so there is a gap. So I have to ask, can you give me CVs? Can you give me your recent projects that you were involved? Can you give them like snapshots, screenshots, just share, so that I can compile, MQA tanya, so I got proof. They just want to see, ada tak, they, want to see at the end of the day, with all this program structure and all, the program learning outcome, have the student met this and this stated in BCOM. Itu something that MQA really wants to know. Ah, So if let's say there, if you choose pilihan dua, submit the mentioned documents, proof, working working experience, your job description, employer confirmation letter. Yeah, I had, like I mentioned, police field. So some of them memang tak boleh lah buat latihan industri. So I have to ask other things. Even they are in police field, they do, meet people, they do have meetings, they do conduct certain things. Ada yang were involved in um, some communication field. Yeah, you can. We just need the proof from you. Itu sahaja. So, however, if students' current job is not relevant, um, and work less than 5 years, firstly, they are required to go through industrial training. Unless come to, rayu dulu with RPMU, and then they'll come to me, and then etc. will be done later on. So this is like the due date lah, what the RPMU, the learners management division will do. They will give you all the related documents. All you have to do is click and then find out, macam tadi lah. You will be like in macam ni. Ada semua dah tulis kat sana. All students have to do is just go through. Really tak faham, baru contact the person in charge. Untuk project paper, Puan Bismillah. So this is like currently what she has put up in the system. So important dates, due date, what to do, and all. And then nota, what form you have to get first. Untuk the class project, you need a supervisor to help you through the research punya progress. So as for now, what I know of, those who are in Klang Valley, you will have the internal lecturers to help you be the supervisor. But if you are outskirt, luar daripada Klang Valley, you are in Sarawak, you are in Penang, you are in this and that, you still can uh, ambil orang dalaman OUM, atau you have other um, professors out there who, or doctors or whoever that have taught you, tutors yang taught you, you think you are close to them, you can belajar more, and they are there. Also, you can submit the form, so they will bring to their authority people, get confirmation, agreement and all, baru can be lantik. So ada proses-proses dia. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is the last one for project paper. So another set lah, borang permohonan, application form, the guideline, click and read, see how they have put up everything, because berkali-kali they have to deal with students who don't read straight away. Questions straight away needs to be really fed. Ada yang sampai maki-maki, things like this, don't need it. Can be avoided. It's just going through step by step. So all these things lah. So this is what you will come. So this is the person Puan Bismillah at the end, and then you have the email address and the contact number you can call. But be aware that Puan Bismil not only handling BCOM students, banyak lagi. So all will be in queue. So you just have to tunggu turn lah. Kalau call tu dapat means dapat lah. Or else if email and all, you will be in queue, but she will get to you as fast as she can. So some things they personally told me, hey, can you tell your students, please, just tell them lah, so that they are aware. So industrial training atau project paper will be offered to final year students, like tadi we saw, right, who achieve a minimum of CGPA 2.0 onwards. Kalau tak boleh. Nanti adalah dia punya rules and regulation we need to go through nanti. So the minimum time to complete this project, this project paper and all is and also industrial training is 2 semesters. Macam industrial training is 16 weeks. 16 weeks, 2 to 3 months kan. So you have to go according lah. And then you know, if you, let's say for project paper writing might take up some time, you need to extend, katakanlah it's up to 3 semesters, but the third semester will be charged as a re-registration with the fee 120. So regarding this fee, regarding all that, personally they know better. So program director program saya sahaja. Other things regarding finance, honestly I would not know. And then if you are doing, buat-buat paper and then third semester pula still tak dapat complete, you need to re-register again, yeah, and then you become a repeat status. No, why I need to tell us, some students do not realize the word, repeat and stuff comes on your transcript, nampak tak cantik lah nanti ya bila graduate nanti. So you want to dapat clean punya, so you gotta do it in time lah. Itu something that they mentioned. So you can continue the previous report. Let's say you've been doing for more than 2 semesters, 3 semesters, and then you are still exceeding, still in the repeat. Make sure the whole compilation report is not more than 1 year old punya project. It's still relevant till now. So these are the 4 things they asked me to mention to each of you. Okay, so going back to the first few things, so I've talked about introduction. I just did a short introduction. So I mentioned about program structure, what you're going to go through, what are the schools, yeah, and then we looked at the industrial training. We looked at the project paper, how the system actually works. So now, in terms of assessment, um, kemudian saya akan buka satu Excel sheet so that we take a look at what is what, and which kind of subject has what kind of things. So generally, our assessments are in these two kind of modes for BCOM. So first is assignment, continuous assessment mode. So in it, maybe there is quiz, maybe there's essay writing sahaja, maybe online activity sahaja, atau video presentation sahaja, atau mix, atau 100% final, who knows, we'll see. There's one more component, online class participation. I forgot to put that in. Nanti saya mention. And then for final exam, it may be in MCQ format, it may be in essay format, or this short essay question is only for introduction to psychology sahaja. For BCom, it's either one of this sahaja. Yeah. Let me concentrate, finish the PowerPoint side. Then I move to Excel. Then I move to My Inspire. Let's just take a look. Then question and answers. Then we close this session lah. Alright. So assessment we put on hold sekejap. So FLC, I think I'm not sure how many are you aware of this. Apple C is something that can be granted to you if you also can prove certain things. So meaning you can granted a credit for that subject. So any of the courses. So you can skip faster. So let's say kat sini let's just go through recognize if you have anything similar courses with other university or institution, you may be eligible for a credit transfer. Additionally, if you have relevant working experience, you can also apply FLC. So you have to take a look at the handbooks that are available on your My Inspire. So generally what I picked out, yeah. So according to MQA, what can be granted for our students, about up to 36 credit. That means 12 courses you can skip. You tak perlu go through, the whole semester and all. You can skip it. But so, very good, right? It's actually very, very good for not just OUM student, but entire Malaysia. This is practicing in the world actually. So it's just helping people, move forward, lifelong learning, upskill yourself. That these are the necessity for today. So Apple C needs to be applied for by OUM students. So if you're OUM student right now, then you can apply and then skip. So it is for those um, written there Apple courses only. So nanti if you see on the website, so a certain subject, you will see the word Apple C, Apple C. Apple C tu you boleh tekan, you can apply that particular courses. So um, as long that this is like kira your first time applying, then there are chances for you to get a credit. So meaning you not yet taken or currently enrolled, and not a repeat course, so you fulfill this area, then you can proceed lah by providing the things. So what are the things I did not mention here? Well, let me explain to you through experiences in evaluating and all. So if you go back to the program structure, so I mean, roughly I know global com is not an FLC, and communication law is not an FLC. This is like by MQA, memang tak boleh. So let's say, you know, uh, I say the writing subject, like copywriting subject, for example, it's a FLC given credit. So if you can prove to me what is copywriting sebenarnya, so if you go through the module sikit, tengok topik-topik dia akan cover like how you write for radio, how you write for TV, how you write for print, web, and then you apply some kind of like creating an advertisement. So if you're in that field, if you did all that, not semua, but you have at least 80% of the things mentioned in the module covered and all, and you can proof dari segi apa? Satu, maybe nama you and the job given to you is a copywriter, definitely boleh dapat credit lah, tapi kena proof lah berapa tahun, and then what are your projects that you have done. So if you can prove, emails that you have liaised with, maybe client, tak perlulah details sangat. You can blur out certain things, but the content of you maybe liaising, or the project itself, the proposal itself kena sahih. So and then you can, what else, yeah, or you have went through some khusus khas untuk copywriter, master class di Malaysia ke, atau training, workshops, seminars that you have went through. So as much of that evidence you provided, so itu bila pergi ke pihak evaluator nanti, so katakan saya lah evaluate tu, saya akan tengok course learning outcome capai tak, with all your evidence, capai tak. If can, then I say, okay, I recommend this person to the next step. So the next step will be, what I can recall is the exam. It will be given an exam. Kaedah penilaian is ujian, test, and atau you provide the portfolio, which are the evidence. So if let's say I feel that your evidence itself is good already, then you can be granted. If I say like, evidence is there but macam some things tak cukup, so you can go through the ujian test lah, macam maybe it's a short essay, you can just explain in your own word, copywriting, how it's, if you're positioned in a ministry of tourism, what are the things you do, so you gotta explain that. So from there we can really prove, you have all the evidence to prove the course learning outcome, that you have it all. So you don't have to go through the semester classes and all, terus bagi you credit, A, B, C, itu tak tahulah. So that is what we are practicing in OUM right now. Okay. Now I see some questions. Sorry. Okay. So Jeff asked, required documents. So let's say, I think I've mentioned, so you have to give your proof, like your job description. So maybe your offer letters, what you have been doing, and then maybe you get, if you lost the offer letter, then you have to require from the HR to produce one, some letters that stating what you're doing now, and then what are the things that you're doing, all those kind of things. So, can we start? Uh, yeah, it has to be towards the final year. Cannot help it. That is the how the program actually works lah. Not just for here, but across MQA requirement is towards that. Okay. So Jeff, okay, you've got some more. You just write. Yes. Or it's just
Yeah, no, no, no. I think you have answered all my question. Thank you.
okay. All right.
Thank you,
Glad,
Brenda.
no problem. So glad to know that. Okay, I'm not sure whether you can access, but I believe boleh, if tak silap, if you go through My Inspire, scroll bottom kan ada few courses kat sana tau. Dia macam dalam small tab kat sana. So if you tekan BCOM, this Excel thing will come to you. Right? So roughly, so just now I extracted, year by year. Semua kat sini sahaja. Cuma what is, like I said, might change in terms sini. This whole thing might change from time to time, because if policy ikut MQA, ikut higher education ministry, so if someone issue it, there must be some changes somewhere here. So please be aware on that lah. But for now, this is still what is being practiced now. So let's say, um, this, whatever you see, OUMH, MPU, BBPP, SBFS. Okay, so if you see anything so weird other than AB, anything that AB to belongs to us, BCom. Other than that, memang out of my jurisdiction. So if they change, they will change one, because of, like I said, macam MPU especially, it comes from the ministry. So they say, change the subject, change lah. They change the assessment, change lah. It will be almost immediate effect. Whereas AB, it is up to internal and then get MQA approval, baru changes. So those with, what is continuous assessment? So we have about 14 weeks in one semester kan, and then we have 8 weeks of classes, e-tutorials you would say. So during that time, it's an ongoing thing until your final exam. So it's a continuous thing that will happen. So continuously there will be a quiz going on, your essay. Most of our AB, it's a lot of essays. Um, Maybe it's a case study, maybe it will just ask you to few things. So once you enroll, you click the assignment, then you get to see what kind of questions will be asked and all. So No, I baru look at the time, quite almost an hour already. But I try to make it quick. But if you cannot stay long, it's okay. But I'll still carry on. So 60% or 50%, you see some are 100, so it belongs to MPU, right? For so let me just pick for BComs the AB subjects. Most of it are 60%, and then you have this is 60%, and then you have 40% of final. So most of it could be MCQ usually 40 questions, so 1 mark each lah. And then, or most of the time is also essays are broken into two parts: part A, part B. Part A, you have 3 questions, 20 marks. Choose two. Part B, 2 question, must do two. So you have 4 question you have to do lah. So 80 and then calculate into 40%. Right? So the rest will be 60%. Some are 100 lah, macam this industrial training, research methodology, 100% of writing work and all. So some you see online activity. So there's online activity and then online class participation. So online activity is something like a quiz. Yeah, you have to do it in My Inspire. It is part of your marks as well. And then there's online class participation. It's not written here, but it is under this essay writing. If you look through the assignment brief, you will have the heavy part atas, and then bawah is like topics to answer in your forum nanti. So that participation require you to answer, to bergaul dengan kawan-kawan, ya. So that is another 10 generous marks will be given for that. There is rubric for it, how to actually answer. Jangan answer everything on the same day. Try to scatter it throughout the semester. It's a continuous assessment. Scatter it out. So why this thing actually, it's quite new as well. Baru 1 year plus added in this online class participation, because again MQA say, nice online distance, My Inspire very good, but your student, are they using it or not? Macam quiet sangat. Because why? Some tutors straight away, let's do a WhatsApp group, and WhatsApp only very active. Inspire, click 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 click. So MK not gonna see like WhatsApp as an evidence. They're like, that is your personal thing. Sometimes yes, I've dealt with student until 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, attending their complaints before. It was one of my time before. But yeah, how to tell? I see they are, I have to answer, 1 o'clock. They're like, but you're not utilizing your system. So therefore, we have to implement some things that needs to be done on My Inspired. Okay, so you roughly godek-godek this part. Dan tadi saya cakap apa we go to My Inspire kan. So let's roughly, have you all gone through My Inspire? Do you have you godek sini godek sana?
Yes, ada.
Bagus bagus. Okay, so let's say I am in My Inspire. This is under tutor lah. So click lah some once your survey and all. Yeah, participate. Yeah, so these are some of courses under me, but I only teach 4 subjects at a time. So if you see the word broadcast journalism, it's me. Media appreciation is me. Copywriting is me. Global com, once in a while I'll do lah. Script writing is me. So for this semester, the one I say me is me. This semester. So if I click, oh, you got there. So you want your assignment is here. Have they uploaded? You check kat sini. Tutorial your timetable and forum. So the one that I've been talking about, OCP class, online class participation. This is the 10% of, you know, interactions lah. Needs to be done. So I have not posted everything. I'm still waiting for the assignment to be uploaded. So I'll, my class, I'll upload question one, question two, question three, and then we'll start the thread there. Baru start, so that's why it's empty. If you see me halfway, you see a lot of postings lah, right? Yeah, so go through this e-lesson, click sini, click sana, check your understanding. It's quite good. So I can see full report siapa yang dalam kelas, who has access, how many hours have they spent. Semua saya tahu. The tutors will know. There are cases, students, I mean, everybody want to be pandai a bit, say ada, but actually tak ada. So evidence can be correct. So pandai-pandai lah. Online class participation, there is a question. So let's just see. Yeah. So let's say they haven't uploaded yet. So I just take last year's one lah. Not submission. Okay. So I download. Okay. So depending on assignments, yes. So part one, this was last year's one. So part one, written and recorded assignments. So certain things are heavy, certain things are not, right? So let's say the first part is like, you gotta discuss what is the meaning in your opinion, do some comparison, and then do a 5-minute video, then just save and upload. Sometimes, this assignment will always change, right? You might get the same one, you might get a slightly different one, you might macam-macam will happen. Some no need video, some need you to do presentation, some why you feel like, ayo, why I have to do video, why they asking me to do video, I got no time, this and that. If I'm the one doing the assignment, I am quite stressed to find out there are online helper, thesis helper, online assignment helper. Yeah, they can help you. You can pay and all. At the end of the day, it's about ethics, about integrity, about you earning the degree. You really learning or application. There's a different kind of um, discussion we have to talk about. But like I said, so we want to see the authenticity, you yourself presenting, you yourself applying. So that's why sometimes we need the video. Yeah, so it's not about torturing you, it's also about, I really want my students to learn. Are they really learning? Are they really putting the effort? If some of them really do very well, even the one that I say in 1947, so how old is he? 70 something years old. So you see, really put effort. I really, really like amazed with his ability and the questions that he will keep on asking. Very nice. Okay, so back to Jeff's question. So online class participation is this. So there will be, depending again on the courses. So this has 5 questions. So you gotta answer this part. So let's say I will put up 5 forum links. Yeah, so you gotta answer, okay, what does this means, or this means, you put your own words. Kebanyakan guna chat GPT and stuff like that. We will talk about that when we have the chance. So you answer towards the end. So ini bahasa version. So again, dual, you can do whichever that you are comfortable with. So rubric part A is for the above essay tadi. What does it mean and all. You go through with your tutors in order to get excellent marks. What do you need to do? Go through with your tutors. Itulah cakap a lot to cover, but 1 hour memang not enough one. Uh, so we take a look at the rubric for OCP, which is online class participation. So the quality of posting. So they are all 5 good, relevant, meaningful within assignment timeline. So if you last minute person, guilty as charged. Sometimes I also do last minute baru buat semua kan. If you are a last minute person, then I see. It can be all, so be careful. So only one post or only all posts done in one day. Semua 12 Mei, 12 Mei, 12 Mei, 12 Mei, 12 Mei. Because this is how you have to submit. You have to screenshot what you have posted on the My Inspire, a visible title of the discussion, your name, your date and time. So when you submit Word format, you have to letak macam ni lah, ni pictorial part. Put your screenshot. So the grader will see, okay, Jeff jawab 12 Mei, 12 Mei, 12 Mei saja. Tak boleh lah, Jeff cannot give you, even though you did very well, but I have to give you poor. Because rubric has said if all posts done in one day, you will be awarded kat sini. But if Jeff put 12 May, 17th of May, and then 1st of June, and then until July lah. So it's quite scattered, 5 questions. And very good. He did quite well. If I lah, if I will give as almost as excellent, because dalam rubric tu, there's 4, 3.9, 3.8 macam tu tau. So that's why you will have odd numbers. But roughly this is how it is. Is that okay? Every assignment, there's a rubric for you to really refer. What do you mean by recording, technical quality? Yang ni, to be honest, this presentation and all, it's not the heaviest mark I will give, because it's you're really putting the effort of trying to do your very best dalam keadaan of balancing work, balancing this and that. Tutors definitely will take um, a lot of note on the initiative given by the student. So that is a very, very guaranteed thing lah. Unless the tutor is very mean or one, which so far no issue on tutors lah. Okay, so now I think I open the floor to you. If you have any questions, yes, go ahead, go ahead.
Hi, Madam Christina. So I have one question. As I go through with the timetable for the e-tutorial, so
Okay.
I noticed that because first semester we have 3 subjects, kan? So I noticed that 2 subjects actually happen at the same time.
Ah,
So I would like to ask one stupid question: that is the online participation for the e-tutorial class is counted as like attendance? Is it counted or not?
okay.
We
It's
can.
not a stupid question at all. All questions are a good question. Okay. Is that all, Jeff? Before I answer.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So these things happen when tutors, because they're everywhere, there are a lot, and then they have their own, whenever their own free time. And most of the first year subjects, especially the core subjects by the universities and all, they are given a schedule. So tak boleh move, tak boleh mix and match. Macam introduction to communication, you're dealing with 1,000 students and all lah. So they know, okay, these tutors, ini saja masa that you have. So coincidentally, sometimes other student, other tutors pun, I'm only free at that time. I do my class. Cannot be helped lah. But what my advice is, you choose which one you want to go, right? Attendance is not really taken by the e-tutorial session. all sessions are recorded. So that's where you need to do a little bit extra work, which is to download and watch the other one. So really, really, a lot of students will only come sadly at times lah. But some students throughout semesters they will wujud all 8 sessions they will come. But most of the time, at least the first two e-tutorial, I suggest you not to miss because heavily assignments will be discussed. This especially the first 2 hours or 2 weeks of the classes and all. Jangan miss lah. Kalau emergency, kalau kerja and everything that comes, then you have to download the recorded session. It will be on your tutorial e-timetable. You just click and then you watch. Yeah, discussion will be made. And therefore, that's why the forum also comes. Ask there as well. How about this? And questions and all. Ask there. And then the attendance, like Jeff asked, will it be counted? Do you really need to voice out discussion? It will be so great if there is interaction. Sometimes ada students sana, but I don't know whether they're there. Kacau mereka pun tak jawab. So I'm guessing they're either doing work or they just stay there only. Or sometimes tengah makan, ada je few things. It will be great if there's interaction. The class will be lively. Tutor pun happy, boleh bercakap-cakap. Tapi kalau tak boleh, tak apalah, just jalan saja. So attendance actually no, right? But the balance and also your own initiative needs to be extra. So remind yourself every day I put extra 1%. 1%. Semalam saya tak check my Inspire, but today I want to check untuk 5 minit. Tomorrow another 5 minit. Maybe next day 2 minit saja saya ada. Tak apa. As long 1% of your initiative every day, it will become a habit. Right? So that's one of extra advice I want to share with you. Have I answered, Jeff? So,
Yes, yes, yes.
all
Thank you,
right.
thank you.
So if that's it, let's see. Yep, that's about it for me. Right. Thank you so much. All the best. See you. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
You're most welcome.